Hi, this is Linda with Hope for Healing with another emotional wellness tip. We're all familiar with our computers that if we have too many tabs open, it slows it down. And if we want the best performance, then we need to close the tabs that we're not currently using. Our brains are a lot like a computer, and we can have open tabs that slow down our performance. If we want to perform optimally, it's best to close as many tabs as we can that we're not currently using. For example, unfinished projects are like open tabs. They weigh on our minds and slow us down. If it's possible, finish those projects and close those tabs. Or if there's a project that you do need to finish, but you can't get to it right now, one tip is to write it on your calendar. Put a certain date that you're going to begin, and then that can help your mind to relax and close that tab temporarily until it's time to pick it up again. Sometimes the best answer for a project is to let it go entirely, depending on the situation. So, to close some tabs, we can finish up those projects, put a date on the calendar, or just get rid of it completely and not worry about it anymore. Some other ways we can close those metaphorical tabs is to simplify our lives by letting go of things, both physically and emotionally. Today, I'm going to talk about letting go of things physically. Most of us collect a lot of stuff, some of which we use and some of which we don't, but we hang on to it thinking that someday we'll use it. But everything that we own takes up a little bit of mental space. Even if it's not on a conscious level, on a subconscious level, it's still like having open tabs. Some people think that the answer is storage bins. If I just had enough storage bins for all of my stuff, all my problems would be solved. Well, perhaps, but what kinds of things should we store? If it's something like camping gear that we use during the summer typically, but not for the rest of the year, or holiday decorations that we use during the holidays, but not typically for the rest of the year, then yes, storage bins are a fantastic way to keep things organized and out of the way until we're ready to use them again. However, most of us also have things that we hang on to that we don't use seasonally. We just hang on to them because we think that we might use them someday. These are the kinds of things that perhaps instead of storing, they would be best to be given to Goodwill and let someone else enjoy them. For some people, the decision of what to keep and what to let go is easy. But for others, this can be a stressful situation. How do I know if I'm not going to need it later? Well, today I'm going to share 2 tools to help for those people who have a hard time making a decision, to help us know what we use and what we don't, what would be best to keep and what would be best to let go. The first tool has to do with our closets. Most of us have more clothes than we actually wear. In fact, most people unwittingly follow the 80-20 rule. We wear 20% of our clothes 80% of the time, which means that favorite comfortable pair of jeans gets worn all the time, and yet we have many items that we wear rarely or ever. This tool that I'm going to share with you is to help us to become aware of what we use and what we're not using in our closets, and it's actually pretty simple. First, we take everything in our closet and put the hangers in backwards. And then, as we use the clothes, when we wash them and put them back in the closet, we put the hangers in the right way. That way, we're easily able to identify what we've worn at least once, and then continue this process throughout the year. By the end of the year, take a look at your closet. See which hangers are in the right way and which ones are still in backwards. Those clothes with the hanger in backwards you haven't worn for an entire year. Either it doesn't fit, or it's not comfortable, or you just don't like it. These clothes are excellent candidates to donate to Goodwill and let someone else enjoy them. Your closet may seem a little emptier, but it will be filled with the clothes that you actually use. The second tool is for anything in your house that you think you might be able to let go of, but you're concerned that the moment you give it away, you're going to need it. This tool is based on the principle of the Hudson Bay Start. Hundreds of years ago, when the North American continent was mostly an untamed wilderness, the Hudson Bay Company would outfit the fur traders who would go hunting and exploring in the middle of nowhere. It was critical that they had everything they needed because they would be in big trouble. There was no place else they could go to get help. So they would get everything they thought they needed and then travel just a couple miles and camp for the night. During this first night, when they were so close to the starting point, they quickly found out if there's anything that they needed that they didn't happen to have, and it would be a short trip to return and get the rest of the supplies. We can use the Hudson Bay Start principle in reverse. If we have things that we think we can let go, but we're not sure, we can place them in a clearly marked bag and place them out of the way, in a garage or somewhere away but nearby, and see how we do without those items. Choose a date in a week or a month or some period of time and put a reminder in your phone calendar. When the date comes up, then it's time to make the decision. If you find that as soon as you put it out, you needed it, it's easy to go out, retrieve the bag, and bring it back. But if you didn't even notice it was gone, then that is something you can clearly live without, and you can let it go without any guilt or remorse. I invite you to simplify your life by letting go of things emotionally and physically. I also invite you to like, share, and subscribe, and please check out our website. Thank you.